guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on our test account and the new event is up, which means the Polar Predator skin is up. That is right, guys, Mishka skin is up. Now you can get it out of the event. You can also buy it for $9.99. Ultimately, you're going to be looking at getting rid of some resources if you're going to get it out of the event, but as a free-to-play player would be your only option at this point. Now, also, the Lost Sigils is up, guys. So we're going to break this down a little bit. I'm going to give you my thoughts on the event itself and also the loot. So, of course, first of all, we do have Mishka skin. If you are free to play, you'll want to pick it out of here. It will cost 150 sigils, which is pretty expensive. Honestly, for me, I would rather go with resources, red chest, cores, things of that nature, versus getting the skin. But if you are a collector, if you are free to play, this is going to be the only way that you can get the skin. It is going to be literally the only option you have as a free to play player is getting those skins out of the event. We've seen it with the Grez skin a while back, and now it is here with the Mishka skin. So looking through here, guys, we do have red chests, of course. This is a significant event to get red chests out of. Same with the elemental cores. It is a very, very big event to get both of those things out. We also do have the Celestials and the Hypogean heroes. Now, one thing to remember with this event, guys, is you really have to make the determination of what you're going to get before you get into the event. So you know which way to build your sigils, which we'll go through in just a minute. We'll do some of the combat, and I'll show you kind of how they're built if you're new to the event, so you really do understand it. Now, in addition to that, guys, we do have the red chests, which are right down here. Tier 4 stones, the price of the tier 4 stones in here, guys, I would not get. Overall, tier 4 gear, tier 3 going to tier 4 is not going to be that much of a game changer versus getting heroes to a plus 30 signature item or a plus 60 engraving. I would pass on the tier 4 stones, which brings us to the cores, guys. Cores, of course, when you look at getting a bunch of heroes up to that plus 60 engraving, or even taking them over to the plus 30 engraving, when you pass that line of getting 34, 37, regardless of the hero and how you're building them, cores, getting them in this event, you can get a couple hundred cores. Same with red chests, guys. If you're looking to build out some of those meta heroes with those red chests, definitely going to be a good one to build. Now, we do have bait in here. I'm kind of on the fence with not building the beast quite as far as we used to. The bait, again, seems kind of a higher price for only 50 of them. I wish it was a little bit more affordable, because essentially you can get a couple hundred of these bait and it does nothing, guys. You don't even get a beast out of there, not one single copy, which is similar to what we see with the Awakened heroes or Stargazer heroes. This doesn't seem like it is going to be much of a benefit. Now, one thing we do want to talk about are these specific chests, guys. If you do not have Dura's artifact fragments, and only two that make a big difference. One is Dura's Eye, the second one is the Call. Those are the two artifacts that are still utilized in a majority of AFK Arena. The rest of those you can just completely pass because it is going to be class-specific artifacts. Now, looking at our hero lineup, this one is pretty interesting, guys. We have Mahira, we have Frampton, we have the original version of Taylene, and we have Moriel. Now, out of these guys, again, just thinking as a newer player, Mahira would be the choice. Now, Mahira is a hero, guys, that this Mesmerize ability will work regardless of where you have her built, whether it is Elite, Elite Plus, Mythic, Mythic Plus, even Ascended. This ability will work in the exact same manner, which means she is not a very high investment for this to work, which again leads me to the campaign formation. So she is going to be the utilization within the campaign formations. Outside of there, we really don't see much use. She is used within the Hypogean Tower, but it depends if you get into two teams. If you're running one team within the Hypo Tower, it is going to be Lucretia all day long. When you get into two teams, her and Khazard are going to be your second team. Now, similar kind of rings true with Taylene. Now, we have seen the original version of Taylene's utility go up incredibly, incredibly high, guys. Twisted Realm, Cursed Realm, Temporal Rift, the Grand Hunt. We have seen her used probably more of a utility-wise than we've seen pretty much any other hero within AFK Arena. And she continues to show up everywhere. She is, of course, run coinciding with Orthos, and her damage goes through the roof because she actually moves when he stops time, allowing her to do an incredible amount of damage. She is a solid choice to build, which is similar to Moriel. Now, Moriel is a hero, guys. Again, Celestial Tower she is used. Twisted Realm, Cursed Realm she is used. A lot of formations she is being utilized. So it's a really, really tough call here on who you're building out. And that would probably be my thought with the heroes here, is if you're focusing on campaign and progression through there, Mahira would be your choice. If you're looking at Twisted Realm, Cursed Realm builds, it would probably be Mahira, or excuse me, it would probably be Moriel or Taylene. Again, both of them are used in a bunch of different formations, but Moriel has a lot of utility. Now, the final choice, guys, is Frampton. Honestly, Frampton does not work very well unless you have a very, very high investment into Frampton. He does need the signature item. He needs the engraving. He also does need the furniture to really shine within a lot of game modes. There is a couple heroes that you can actually sub, so he would be my last choice. Again, my choices in here, Mahira, definitely number one if you don't have her built. Probably the original version of Taylene, again, looking at the utility in other game modes, followed by Moriel. Now, one copy of Moriel is not really going to make a difference, guys, but if you're starting to build her out, or if you want to build her out for, again, the Twisted Realm or the Cursed Realm, she is going to be a solid choice. Now, the rest of the heroes down here, guys, regular faction heroes, never worry about. They are not worth it whatsoever. And again, a lot of it is kind of dependent on where you need to build your account out. So if you have a lot of heroes that are still missing, let's say plus 30 signature items or the plus 60 engraving, definitely going for the chests or the cores would make more sense. Now in here, guys, you do have kind of a quest that is going in here. So as you go through, you see you'll get some loot out of here, which is pretty good to get some free loot out of here. You can also advance and unlock more. There's also a process that you can buy these through the event deals, which again, if you're free to play, definitely not worth it. Now, like I was saying earlier, mapping out what you want to get in this event is super important, guys, because if you screw up your sigil count, you won't be able to get the heroes. These heroes specifically, so let's say right here, we're going for a copy of Mahira. I need Hypogean, I need Graveborn, I need Mauler sigils. And you can see, guys, underneath it is the total number you need of each. But what will happen is if you overbuild some of these and you don't kind of even it out throughout the time that this event is up, you'll actually overbuild some sigils too much, or maybe run short of other sigils, which again is the reason why I say plan exactly what you're doing, because we could even do 3, 2, and 2 building in here. And I'll show you kind of what I'm talking about, what this looks like. So here's the team that we're fighting. We can do this 6 times a day. We get 5 sigils every single time, which means that we're getting 30 sigils every single day. Now, a couple different ways players will come in here and essentially mix this, as you see what we have right now, depending again on the sigils you need, because we could go in here with one solid faction, getting all 5 of those Lightbearer sigils. We could go a bunch of different ways and builds with this, again, depending on how the sigils are and what sigils are needed. Again, looking here, we were going for Graveborn and we were going for Mauler, and we're going, let's say we're building Taylene. We need Taylene in there as well. I believe that's what I was going for last time, was the Graveborn Mauler. So let's see, guys, let's swap these out. So we have our one sigil there. We have Graveborn, which we'll put in there. We have Mauler, which I guess we'll go ahead. We don't really have that many heroes in this on this account, but you know what? I'm going to put my Owl in there, and I'm going to hope for the best. We'll put our damage dealers in the back. There we go. Now, one thing about this, guys, is you can do this as many times as you want. You can actually swap. The other big thing about this game mode is you can actually merc heroes, which makes a big difference, guys. So if you don't have the Celestials and Hypogeans that you're looking to get copies of, you can actually merc the hero, which makes it incredibly easy to get the copies in there, especially if you have a stronger merc hero. So there we go, guys. So that is a win right there. We get 2, 2, and 1. You can see we also do get 50 of our battle experience. But looking here, coming down to our original version of Taylene, which I keep wanting to say the Awakened version. We have 1, we have 2, we have 2. That is the way it goes, guys. This is a PvP focused event, but overall, guys, I'm going to get a copy of Taylene. I have my hero built on this account. That's why I was kind of going back and forth. But you can see, guys, that is how you build them out. Now, I want to check out the event shop really quick because a lot of players actually ask about this pretty much every time. The visiting merchant, we have the 99-cent reward out of here. Getting that one is a pretty good price. In addition, we do have the daily deals, which again is a pretty good price when it comes to getting extra battle EXP and extra sigils out of here. You can actually choose which ones you want to get. But overall, guys, this event gives a significant amount of loot when you're building it out, just because you can get, again, a lot of red chests, a lot of cores out of here. You can also get some Celestials and Hypogean heroes. So, all right, guys, so that'll do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.